Hello, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is I've Got Guts, a podcast about living and thriving with chronic illness. Let's be real, it is really hard.
But it doesn't have to be. You are not alone.
With this podcast, we want to create a community and a space to be able to talk about the tough stuff.
And of course, laugh along the way.
The idea for this podcast stemmed from us trying to find one for ourselves to listen to, but not being able to find anything that didn't make us more sad or frustrated.
So our goal is to talk about the hard stuff, but also talk about how to get through it, be positive, have a full and productive life, and of course, thrive.
But before we get started, just so we're clear, we are not medical professionals. We are just here sharing our personal experiences. So with that being said,
so I'm Lauren. I am proudly 41 years old. I teach third grade, run a side business, and I live with celiac disease, Hashimoto's, achalasia, and high levels of inflammation.
Ooh, that was a hard one to follow.
I had to count on my fingers for that one. Make sure I didn't miss any.
I'm Stephanie. I'm also proudly 41. I am a special education teacher. I teach kindergarten and first grade. And I live with, IBS, gastroparesis, ineffective esophageal motility. And yeah, that's the big ones. So a little background of why we're doing this together. So how we met.
It's a good one. And it started back in Oswego.
Mm-hmm. College, good old college.
A really long time ago.
Yep.
And I actually was in a really dark place. I had a bleeding ulcer.
You did have a bleeding ulcer.
I had a bleeding ulcer, and it was really, really challenging.
Fun fact, she had a bleeding ulcer, and I tried to be her friend, and she was really mean to me at first. But we warmed up to each other eventually. Obviously, we're doing this podcast together like 20 years later, so.
Exactly. And it was one of those things where I'm sure you've been there where you're in pain. You were just trying to survive. Okay, so here I am. I have a bleeding ulcer. I'm pledging a sorority. I'm trying to get through college classes. I feel absolutely terrible. And one of my girlfriends is trying to set me up with a new roommate because my roommate was leaving and I needed a new one.
Yeah. And my first year in college was awful. And I wasn't even going to go back. I was like, I'm not coming back to this place. And the option got thrown to me to live with her. And I was like, I don't know. This girl's mean. I don't know if I want to live with her. But I wanted to give college another go, so I said yes.
And we decided to pick a theme, and we moved in together that following year. That was our sophomore year, which is so crazy. It seems so long ago, doesn't it?
Yep.
And who would have ever thought that us saying yes to living together would start this journey of a friendship? And here we are, how many years later? Oh, gosh, I'm really bad at math.
I'm bad at math, too. We're teachers. We shouldn't be bad at math. So we graduated in 2005. So it's 2024. So you figure that out.
There you go. It's been a really long time.
So obviously everything in life happens for a reason. And we were for sure meant to be in each other's lives because oddly enough, from the get-go, our digestive systems have kind of aligned with each other. And like I experience something and shortly thereafter, Lauren experiences it.
It really is super crazy. Like people thought we were trying to copy each other. I'm like, I can't help it if my digestive tract is trying to be like hers.
I know.
It's not my fault.
Also, I just called you Lauren and that felt really weird. So maybe we should just let people know that occasionally, most of the time we both call each other the same name.
I know, that's really weird.
So we call each other Room. So if you hear one of us saying Room, I'm Room, she's Room, we're just both Room. So it gets weird, I know, but that's just who we are as people.
But let's be real. When we first moved in together, we were like, oh, Roomie. Hey, Roomie. So all through college, we called each other Roomie. And then when we graduated college, we felt like we were just way more sophisticated. So we shortened it to Room.
And it's perfect.
And here we are. So it is weird for us to say
Her
Lauren.
son even calls me Aunt Room. So
this is what it is.
It is what it is.
It really goes back to where our friendship began, which is being roommates.
And we obviously, we needed each other and we need each other. Our journeys have not been easy. But having someone who understands what you're going through and how hard it is has honestly made the world of a difference for me.
It really has. I feel like I could get emotional because I even just think about us living in that dorm room together. At first I did have a bleeding ulcer that healed. We moved in together, and I accidentally may have rolled down a hill and broke my foot, and I was on crutches within 3 days of knowing her, and she was helping me every step of the way with my broken foot. And from there, what did you have after that? Didn't you have
I had oh my God, what's it called?
Oh my gosh, what's it called?
The sleep thing.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what's
it called?
Wow, I'm drawing such a blank right now.
Oh my God, what is it called?
No, it affects your spleen. You can only get
mono.
Mono. Okay. So I had mono. I pledged the same sorority as she did, but I did it the year after her. And when I was pledging, I had mono. So she was taking care of me while I had mono. And that's really how our illness journey started with each other. And then it just kept going from there. I think like the next thing that happened was you had a cyst on your ovary, and I had to like come to the hospital and take care of you. And
yep, you definitely did. Yes, it's so true. It's so true. But how rare is it sometimes to just be able to meet someone and find a friendship where you literally are there for each other through and through, no matter how dark it gets or how crazy it gets.
Yes.
So that kind of bonded us from the start.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I moved to Rochester.
You did. I mean, we didn't live near each other, and these horrible things kept happening to us. Like one year she tried to come to my birthday party, and she had a panic attack on the side of the road and had to be like at the hospital. And I didn't even enjoy my birthday that year because I wanted to be with her and taking care of her.
And okay, fun fact, that panic attack was brought on because of Hashimoto's, and I wouldn't know that for a full year later that I was walking around with an undiagnosed thyroid disease. And I just thought I was having straight up panic attacks. So
yep.
So shortly after that whole little mishap, I ended up moving to Rochester because I'm originally from Long Island and my husband was from Albany, and we were trying to decide where to go, and we both didn't want to go to those places. And I'm like, let's go to where room is.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
Is history. So I moved to Rochester and been here 20-something years, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But like I said, it's for a reason because some of like my health issues didn't come till much later in life, and I don't think I would have gotten through some of them without Lauren by my side.
Right. Like so dark.
Yes.
So dark.
With that being said,
if you're in for this ride, here's what you can expect.
So we will share our experiences with our specific chronic illnesses. So our journey from the unknown and feeling like you're crazy or it's all in your head to being more of an expert on your own illness than most of your doctors.
We will tell some really funny and embarrassing stories, but we will also share some really hard and dark times.
We will talk about cliches, unwanted advice, and how we navigate life wearing all the hats.
Mom,
wife,
daughter,
sister,
teacher,
friend.
The list goes on.
and on and on.
So that's all we've got for you today.
Yeah, thanks for being here, and
we hope to see you next time.
Yeah, see you around.